You stroll past aisles of shiny gadgets and colorful sales signs. Maybe you only meant to browse, but somehow something unexpected ends up in your cart. Sound familiar? Everyone does it, grabbing a random item, an impulse buy, a treat-yourself purchase. But why? Why do you, and billions of others, keep buying things you don't actually need? This isn't just you being weak-willed or greedy. It's something much bigger. Economist Lawrence Samuel notes that in our society, we work to earn money to spend on stuff and experiences that we mostly want rather than need. In other words, our lives get caught in a shopping cycle. Earn money, spend on wants, rinse, and repeat. But why this cycle? How did our culture evolve to make buying almost a reflex? Let's break it down piece by piece. Centuries ago, people mostly bought essentials. Then, in the early 1900s, mass production and advertising began rewiring our minds. Factories churned out more products than ever, and sellers learned to package desires with every product. By the 1920s, department stores, mail-order catalogs, radio jingles, even later television, started cajoling us to buy what we didn't strictly need. Advertisers rewrote the rules of consumption. They made us believe that luxury was our right, and that new products were status symbols. As one historian recalls, admin sought to stir up our status consciousness, turning once elite luxuries into necessities for all. As the 20th century wore on, consumption became the engine of the economy. By the 1950s, media saturation and easy credit drove a new wave of buying. Retail analyst Victor Lebeau observed that our economy now demands we make consumption our way of life, converting buying and using goods into rituals that satisfy our ego. In plain terms, growth and happiness were sold as more stuff. Companies even embraced planned obsolescence, deliberately making products wear out or feel outdated so we'd buy again. It's no surprise, then, that one estimate claims the average American home is packed with nearly 300,000 items, evidence of just how much we've accumulated over the years. It turns out that it's not only advertising history doing the work. Our brains are deeply involved. Every time you add something to your cart, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine, serotonin, endorphins, the so-called happy hormones. This neurological reward system makes shopping feel genuinely good. In fact, studies show this rush can begin even before checkout. Merely anticipating a purchase can spike your dopamine levels. It's like dessert for your brain: sweet, quick, and addictive. Another big factor is control. Life can be stressful, unpredictable, or even lonely. Buying something, anything, can give a mini sense of power or ownership when so much else feels out of hand. Researchers found that making a purchase, even a small one, can restore a feeling of personal autonomy when we're feeling sad or powerless. That new gadget or outfit becomes a trophy, a reminder that you get to decide one part of your life. It's a quick, emotional patch. When things aren't going your way, getting exactly what you want can feel like a personal achievement, notes a psychologist. But it's not all biology. There's a social layer too. Imagine your closet or your social media feed. Each item you buy tells a story about who you are. In consumer culture, every product is loaded with meaning. Psychology Today explains that products offer a way to carve out our individual identities, with each purchase signaling something about you: the house you live in, the car you drive, the phone you carry. These are market-based symbols of status and identity. When you buy that luxury bag or tech gadget, part of the thrill comes from what it says to others, and to yourself, about your success or style. Why do we grab that new item? Because deep down, we're chasing a bundle of rewards. 1. Emotional reward. Shopping activates the brain's pleasure centers. Dopamine surges at the sight or thought of a new purchase. 2. Power and control. Each product represents a choice you made. Deciding what to buy can boost your sense of control and competence. 3. Identity and status. We project who we want to be by what we own. Our brand portfolio of clothes, gadgets, cars, etc. broadcasts our social standing. 4. Social proof. Seeing others enjoy stuff, friends, influencers, ads, creates a fear of missing out, FOMO. Surveys show about 16% of Americans spend more on impulse buys than on their retirement savings in a given month. More than 1 in 5 admit impulse spending has seriously hurt their finances recently. 5. Emotional coping. Shopping can temporarily soothe stress, boredom, or low mood. That little treat can feel like self-care, even if it's unnecessary. Put simply, you're being played by history, society, and even your own neurochemistry. This energy isn't wasted, though awareness is the first step to change. If you're finding these insights eye-opening, tap that like button and subscribe. Your support helps us keep exploring these deep topics. Now layer on the modern twist, smartphones and social media. Shopping is literally at our fingertips 24/7. A ping from an app, a tempting ad in your feed, or a friend's haul video can send you into buy mode in seconds. Retailers know this and gamify the experience. Think flash sales, countdown clocks, only 3 left alerts, and one-click checkout. All are engineered to hijack your attention and trigger that dopamine hit without any delay. In fact, even browsing feels rewarding. Just scrolling through beautifully merchandised websites or social feeds can spike excitement. Experts note that anticipating a purchase gives a jolt of pleasure. Get the dopamine rush before you even pay. It's like mentally carting items and getting rewarded for it. Social media amplifies the pressure. Those glossy images and videos make it easy to feel left out or behind. Marketers exploit this by creating urgency and envy. Ever wonder why ads flash last chance or flash crowds? Studies show people often splurge on shopping in social settings because spending time with friends while shopping releases feel-good hormones. In short, we buy not just products but experiences of belonging. No wonder impulse spending is rampant. One report found Americans averaged 5 impulse buys per month in 2021, and a 2024 survey revealed roughly 1 in 6 Americans admitted to spending more on impulse purchases than they put into savings each month. Over 20% said impulse buying had significantly hurt their finances. The digital shopping cart is always open, and it's hungry for attention. Once you snap back from the shopping high, what's the payoff? Often, it's not what we expected. That new item might give a quick thrill, but it usually fades fast. We're left with stuff, and sometimes buyer's remorse. This is the dreaded hedonic treadmill. Once your mood returns to baseline, you need another purchase to chase the same feeling. No product upgrades your life for long. So why keep doing it? Deep down, we're chasing something that a thing can't truly give. Maybe it's status, the suit versus the success we imagine it brings. Maybe comfort, the gadget versus the confidence we hope to feel. Many of us buy fantasies. In fact, shocking as it sounds, around 80% of purchased items end up unused. We bought them for an idea, not a real need. That iPad might be meant to make life easier, but often it just sits in a corner. Worse, our spending habit creates stress. Clutter piles up, unused gifts, duplicates, boxes gathering dust. A cramped, messy home can sap our focus and energy. We literally pay the price for our purchases, in extra cleaning, storage fees, and even anxiety about money. Surveys show a clear link. People overwhelmed by stuff report higher stress. Some stats even say clutter can consume 2.5 days a year just looking for things. All this might sound grim, but there's a silver lining: awareness. You can steer this ship. Start small. Next time you feel the impulse to buy, pause. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or what I really want? Maybe it's excitement or a sense of status. If it's an emotional gap, try something else first. A walk, a chat with a friend, a hobby. Sometimes the urge fades in 24 hours. Another trick: give it time. Research suggests that waiting and saving for a purchase actually creates reward too. Planning and looking forward to a big purchase can release dopamine over time. In other words, delaying gratification can be just as satisfying as impulse. Some people adopt wish lists or set aside money specifically for that special treat. By the time they buy it, it truly feels like a reward. Consider decluttering. Take stock of what you own. You might find joy in giving away things you don't use. Scientists say decluttering can even cut home cleaning time by up to 40%. Owning less can make each item you keep more meaningful. Yes, even experts say clearing out junk boosts well-being and focus. The big picture. Remember that more stuff isn't the only path to happiness. Experiences, creativity, relationships, these often pay off more. The next time you think of buying, envision living without that item. How would you feel? Sometimes the greatest purchases are invisible. Time with loved ones, new skills learned, or simply peace of mind. So breathe. You get to choose your own path. Our upbringing and the market nudged us one way, but you can decide another. Own your attention. Shop with intention. Or don't shop at all. Your worth isn't on that receipt. If this video gave you food for thought, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into everyday mysteries. Share your biggest "Why did I buy that?" story in the comments. Let's learn from each other.